Uncommitted sweeps the nation. In Michigan, 100,000 voters went to the polls and voted for Uncommitted. They didn't vote for Joe Biden. They didn't vote for Marianne Williamson. They didn't even vote for Dean Phillips. They voted for Uncommitted. 100,000 people, which is a ton of people to go out and vote for nobody. They were pretty mad. And you might be wondering, well, why did they do that? Now, that answer is extremely cut and dry. Those people were operating with a coordinated campaign. Vote ceasefire. Vote uncommitted. Because the genocide against the Palestinian people, the genocide against Palestinian, I couldn't decide which I'm going to use and I just blended the sounds. The genocide orchestrated by Israel is terrible, and Joe Biden is complicit in it and actively promoting it. And a lot of Democrats don't like that, and so they're voting for Uncommitted. They're saying, Joe, we will not vote for you if you are contributing to this. And so the Democrats are getting really fucking scared because I think even one of the organizers of this movement said it. They said, we may not be enough votes to win an election, but we're certainly enough to lose an election. So, they're not trying to, center around Marianne Williamson and make her win, the candidate who's called a ceasefire. They're not trying to get another candidate to win, because actually, as of Tuesday, 2 days ago, the nomination is actually set in stone now. It is, as of Tuesday, March 12th, Donald Trump is the official nominee, and Joe Biden is the official nominee for the Democratic Party. So that's it. The primaries are over. But the Uncommitted campaign continues, because it's not about putting somebody better in office. It's about threatening the person who's already there. Because Joe Biden needs to win. The entire country, besides the crazies, of course, all of us reasonable people, everyone to the left of Trump, everybody to the left of Trump wants him to lose, wants Trump to lose. And so it scares us. It scares me. As somebody who's not voting for Joe Biden in the primary, in the presidential preference election, as we call it in Arizona, someone who's not voting for Joe Biden, it still scares me that so many people are threatening not to vote for Joe Biden. But that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, because Joe Biden understands that he is losing these voters, and they will only come back if he stops the situation in Israel, if he does better in Israel. And so, in order for Joe to win the election, in order for Joe to get these voters to come back, he simply has to stop the genocide. Now, if these people did the classic vote blue no matter who, then he wouldn't have to. If this played out as a normal election year, it's you vote for Biden or Trump wins. And that's it. And regardless of whether you vote for Biden or not, or regardless of whether Trump wins or Biden wins, Israel gets to keep doing what they're doing. But now, because so many people have decided that they just will abstain from voting if they do not see improvement in this area, enough people have committed to this that it would lose the election. And now, actually, I'm not sure if it's enough people. In Michigan, enough people have. But a lot of people are committing to this, and it could lose the election. So it is necessary for the Democrats, in order to win the election, to do good things. And this is a really good thing. Because if Democrats didn't have to do good things, then they don't. They won't. That's how not just politicians work, that's how all humans work. If you don't have to do it, then you very likely probably won't. And so this campaign, the Vote Uncommitted campaign, the Vote Ceasefire, Vote Uncommitted campaign, changes the situation so that it is necessary for Republicans or for Democrats. Sorry, I get confused a lot. It is necessary for Democrats to do good things in order to win, which is the opposite of vote blue no matter who. It's like, I know they're not that good, but they're at least a little better. Under vote blue no matter who, Democrats have no incentive to do good because as long as they're better, you'll get their vote. That's worked for them this far. But I don't think vote blue no matter who can work anymore because a lot of people are dissatisfied with the Democrats and we want to see things change. People don't get excited to vote blue no matter who. People get excited to stop genocide. People get excited to raise the minimum wage, to increase affordable housing. And that's what you need to win an election. You need people to get excited. And vote blue no matter who does not get people excited. It is not a good long-term strategy, and they need to move away from it. And this vote ceasefire, vote uncommitted, forces them to move away from that. It says, hey, we're sick and tired of you fucking sitting there doing absolutely nothing, and we're not having it anymore. We're taking away your toys. We'll drive this ship into the ground for everybody unless you kick up their game. And look, progressives, uncommitted voters do not want this to happen. They do not want Trump to win. They want Biden to change his behavior. They want Democrats to do better. And all they have to do is do better and they'll get the votes back. It's not that complicated. And I think that is a very interesting political campaign. I actually ran into some vote uncommitted, vote ceasefire in Arizona people. Let me take a look. They followed me on Twitter actually. Notifications. No, I guess they didn't. No, I know they did. Vote ceasefire, AZ, and Kai Newkirk. Okay, they didn't follow me, but they retweeted me. Let's put this on the screen. Here we go. Vote for ceasefire. Tonight, we urge Arizona Democrats to take a stand against genocide and vote with no write-in or uncommitted option. We'll vote for ceasefire by marking Marianne Williamson on our ballots. Tell Biden, permanent ceasefire now. Oh my goodness, he came. He's gonna come on Tuesday. Joe Biden's coming to Arizona, guys. Let's go. I want to go see Biden. Let's go see Joe Biden. I actually wonder what he's gonna say. I wonder, do they have an idea of what he's here for? Also, wait, hold on. That signals if he's appearing in Arizona on the day of a primary election for him, that shows that he thinks that he needs to campaign for the primary still. Because he already locked the nomination. He doesn't, in order to get nominated, he doesn't need to continue campaigning. But he is continuing to campaign, which shows me that he understands that he actually needs to earn people's votes. That's pretty good. That's a really good thing. Okay. Biden faces a protest vote effort from Arizona conservatives. Yeah, they've already, even the article says they clinched their party's nominations. That's good because Joe Biden can't only campaign in October. We're all afraid the worst thing that Joe Biden could do is decide that he's not going to campaign. Oh, sorry that I think the music's been playing every time I switch scenes. My bad. Let me turn that off. Uh, Joe Biden, I think, in 2020 he did not campaign until like October. Like he did campaign, but he didn't really like seriously campaign until October. And I was afraid that he was gonna try that again this year, and that wouldn't work. But if he's hanging out after securing the nomination, he's continuing the primary campaign like he should. The more campaigning you do, the stronger chance you're gonna have. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really good sign that he's trying to do better, or at least try to appear to do better. But that's the logic, but behind the uncommitted vote, and that is why I support it. I think I'm gonna vote uncommitted. I'm still gonna vote Joe Biden in the end, but I'm also gonna vote uncommitted to scare him, because it's not about stopping Joe Biden from being the president. It's about scaring him until he becomes the right president, becomes a better president. It's kind of holding a gun to him and saying, "Stop Israel, or you're not going to be the president." And we don't want to pull the trigger on that, but we will if we have to. And that I'm talking in circles now, but I see too many people on Twitter saying that the ceasefire vote is actually really bad for democracy and handing the election to Donald Trump, and I think that is just wrong. Chuck Schumer today calls Netanyahu an obstacle to peace, urging them to do better. Bernie Sanders says they're breaking the law. We should stop sending money to them. Thanks, Bernie. I wish you said that earlier. Oh, here's some people. I think this is at ASU. It looks like ASU. And I'm pretty sure or not pretty sure. I know for a fact I've seen protesters at ASU. Let's hear what they've got to say.
We have marched. We have called and emailed and posted. We have protested. Some of us have been arrested in nonviolent civil disobedience to speak out for peace, for a ceasefire. And this morning, we pledge that we will use our vote to speak for peace and for a ceasefire. We are calling on Arizona Democrats who yearn for the catastrophe in Gaza to end, for the release of all hostages, for peace and justice for all the people in the Holy Land. We are calling on Arizona Democrats to use your ballot to demand a lasting ceasefire now. Mark Marianne Williamson on your ballot to send a clear message on election night. To earn the votes that President Biden needs to defeat Trump in November, he must use the full power of his presidency to demand and secure a permanent and immediate ceasefire now.
Woo.
Now, why Marianne Williamson? Here's why.
I like he is explaining it the same way I was.
Like they did in Michigan and other states. We don't have the option in Arizona to write in ceasefire on our ballots like they did in New Hampshire. In Arizona, a vote for Marianne Williamson is our version of uncommitted. Now, to be clear, we're not endorsing her as a candidate or for the nomination. We're simply advocating to use a vote for her to send a message on election night. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking it was. So like, he gets it.